Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. We have a video today talking about this market, man, because this market is dying right now. It's crazy, man. The sell-off. Whoa, I think I'm out of focus. Hello. Can you guys see me? It's good now. The sell-off this weekend has been nuts. I've been on the market this morning a little bit, and people are just selling their teams. And to give you guys a little bit of an example of the situation right now, as you guys know, we're casually playing this weekend league. I think I'm 13-3, so very rusty, but we're just going to play however many games we feel like. So we've got 16 under the belt. Probably play another 5 to 10 today. But take a look at this, guys. I mean, Neymar and Mbappe, to give you guys an example of what's going on today. I bought these two players for my team on Friday. Both of these players are down 100,000 coins since I bought them. 770 and 790. It's insane. And that's crazy, man. Like, the fact of the matter is, right now in foot, you can purchase Mbappe and Neymar for 1.2 million coins. Like, that's crazy to me, man. You could get both of these dudes in your team for almost 1 million coins. That is nuts. If you think about it, that is nuts. And then the rest of my team, I think the rest of my team is doing okay. Delpy's like 145. You know, we've got him at 139. Roy Keane will take a little bit of a loss on. Zambrata should be okay. Cannavaro has shot up a lot. You know, I don't think he's selling at this price, but he's higher than what he has been since I bought him. So what I'm hoping is that the Cannavaro win maybe offsets the Ney and Mbappe loss. But I think for me and for you guys, as we casually play the weekend league, we're going to just keep Ney and Mbappe in the club, because at this point, now that we've done really well recently, we don't really need the coins, first of all. And then second of all, you know, they're going to be in most of the teams that I want to play with, because especially Neymar is my favorite player in this game. So just wanted to talk to you guys real quick before we go into the transfers, before we talk about market, before we look at some stuff about the team. Ney and Mbappe, obviously great. Roy Keane is one of the best midfielders for value in this game. If you are looking for a guy that is a fantastic defensive midfielder, he is amazing. I couldn't recommend another player that I've tried so far. Del Piero is a fraud. He's very disappointing. JJ is also very disappointing. I thought he was going to be good. He's very disappointing. Mendy's insane. Cannavaro is insane. Cannavaro is probably the best center back I've used this year so far. And you guys know I loved him last year. I love him. Next week I'm going to try him with Rio, because this Maldini, I have him in the base icon pack. He's not that good. His aggression lacks a little bit, so that's something I didn't like. And then Zambrata is very good. So those guys are all very good. I've been enjoying them a fair bit. Let's go to the transfer list. Let's show you guys what's going on a little bit in terms of the overnight stuff. And as you guys can see, the only thing that I've really sold overnight was icons, and that's because the rest of the market is not doing well. So we did really well. A lot of these are really nice flips. This is a 500K buy, which means it's close to 50K. This I got at 650, so that's just kind of getting out for 15K. You know, this was at 900. These two were at like 240. So a lot of these kind of mid-tier budget, this was at 400. A lot of these mid-tier budget guys that we're working with, and we're not going too high budget with the icon flips or anything like that. We got really lucky with the Salah. We got out at 430. I think it was a lazy. I bought him at 390, and at the moment, if you look on the market, I think this card is like 380. So I got really lucky. He's 375 right now. So I got very lucky. I got a nice little lazy there. Some Scream Mullers we bought at 140. Some Delis we bought at 150. This one had a shadow, so we sold it for more. And then Alex Tellers we bought at 102 with a shadow. That's only like 5K. So yeah, that's where we're at in terms of overnight sales and things like that. And as you guys can see with my transfer list, there's a lot of stuff that didn't sell, even including a Grinch I bought last night that didn't sell. I've got some of these nominee Salahs. I bought 4 nominee Suns last night, guys, at 420. He went back up to 450. I tried to sell at 460. And, well, let me see what his price is right now, because this is not, they're not selling anymore. So he's at 400K. God damn it, man. He's at 400K. So the market in general, guys, is taking a rapid downturn at the moment. Like, people are just panic selling everything. And so my advice to you guys would be, if you're navigating this market, if you're in this market, don't trade. Just for a little while, don't trade, because in my opinion, with the team of the year looming around the corner, people are just kind of going crazy with the selling. So I would be careful if I were you guys. I picked up, yesterday, guys, I picked up about 10 Kimmiches at 30K. I tried to get a bunch with shadows. The reason I bought this was because of Peace Check. Peace Check obviously is a right back that's affordable, and he hurt the price of, as you guys can see, he hurt the price of Kimmich nominee, who was 50K before. So I thought it was a good look. I'm going to try it out. This morning, I hopped on two Prime Pures at like 400. I think one's at 400, 430 and 416. I sold him at 490 yesterday, so I'm going to try that. And then Nesta I got at 550. I don't know how good this is going to be, but all I know is that he does sell usually at 600, so we're going to try that out. And other than that, we got some cards on the watch list. I am watching an Alberto because I just bought one at 770. He was 890 yesterday. So we're going to see if we do get a little bit of a rebound on some of these icons, although I'm not too optimistic because this market right now is definitely really questionable. It looks like a lot of people are very scared at the moment to be buying cards. I'm taking the risk a little bit. We're going to see how that pans out. You know, I don't know how it's going to do 100%, but we'll take that little risk. As you guys can see here, we've got a Guardiola we bought at 720. We're going to try to sell at 770. Zanetti's really low today. I just picked up 2 at 450. So hopefully I sold him at 590, 510 yesterday. So I'm going to see if I could sell him, you know, closer to these kind of prices, right? Where it's a 440, 485 flip. It's not really maxing out for profit, but you try to take the profit when you have the profit is kind of my rule. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to go ahead and do. I'm actually like scared to trade anything else at the moment. And I'm a little worried, as you guys can see, I only have 2 million, which some of you guys will meet me for, but I'm a little scared that maybe I shouldn't be trading cards right now. Like maybe this is not a good time because Team of the Year is going to be the weekend after next weekend. I'm expecting the market to be okay. Like in general, I think the market's going to be okay next weekend. I think people will buy teams back. So if you didn't have an opportunity to get out of some cards today / yesterday, I would say maybe you should wait. And the reason why I think you should wait is that I do think that there's going to be a bounce back later this week. I would be shocked if there wasn't, rather, because for me, guys, it's just like, it's this constant thing. We're having this kind of trend now almost every single weekend, guys, where everybody's selling the house and then everybody's buying the house back. And it seems to be this kind of like revolving trend that this is happening every weekend, regardless of what's going on, right? Regardless of what's going on in the future. This just seems to be a very common trend that we're seeing on foot, where everybody's kind of selling everything and then everybody's buying back everything. So my advice to you guys is if you don't, you know, if you haven't had the opportunity to get out of any cards, let's say yesterday or the day before, if I was you, I would just wait until next Thursday, right? Thursdays are this like really safe, I don't want to say sacred, but probably really safe day to kind of just like even out any losses that you have and things like that. It is really a good day to do stuff like that from my experience. Now, to give you a little bit of a graphic on how this market is doing, never look at this, guys, by the way, index 100. You always want to look at icons. Not even if you're not looking at icons, you always want to look at icons for an idea of how the market is doing. So the fact of the matter is, okay, this index, all right, this index at the moment being at 66 means that I think that's the lowest the icon market has ever been. There was a big rebound the other week, but as you guys can see, 70 has been, 66 is, yeah, it is the lowest. It's down 4% today. It's down 3 points, which means this is always something that correlates to other prices. And in my opinion, guys, Team of the Year is this year. I said this yesterday, but if this isn't proof for you guys that they're going to be extremely low, I don't know what is. Because Cristiano Ronaldo's gold card is 850K. Last year during Team of the Year, guys, to give you guys perspective, Ronaldo's gold card was 2 million coins during Team of the Year. I think it was actually 2.4 at a certain point, which is absurd. And Messi, right? We've got two of the best gold players in this game under 1 million coins heading into Team of the Year. Messi's down about another 80K today. It's just, it really is insane to see. You have nominee Messi, who's been like 1.3 the whole week down there. You know, Info Messi was just 1.24. You know, it is a little insane, guys, in terms of how big this drop-off is with these kinds of cards. And the only thing right now that makes me think there's a chance that some Team of the Years are expensive is this Kylian Mbappe, right? Because this card is still 2 million coins, which is impressive, right? It makes me think that if Mbappe does land himself at Team of the Year, his card will still be 3 and 4 million. But if you look at prices from last year, guys, this is like the important thing to understand. If you go to FIFA 19, if you go to Team of the Weeks, right, and then you scroll down to Team of the Year, which is right here. Guys, these cards last year were insanely expensive. Like, people don't really realize how much they were, dude. Ronaldo's Team of the Year was 7 to 9 million coins all year. Even if you look at Team of the Season, man, he's still 9 mil. So I mean, it really, guys, it really is. I don't see it being this expensive this year, man. I just can't see it, man, because you've already got a 97 Messi right now, right? Let me give you an example, right? Messi's card was like 4 to 5 mil last year, all right? Messi before Team of the Year, wow, I traded this card so much last year. Let's see this card, right? This is Messi's. He's not as meta. Team of the Week 24, so that's after. Let's take a look at Messi's striker card, maybe? What was this card heading into Team of the Year? Team of the Week 14. So, Team of the Year is like right here. This card was like 2 mil. So, I mean, guys, we've got, this card was 2 mil, and then we've got a Messi at the moment. Same rating. 1.8. I guess it's fair, but I think what I'm more trying to explain to you guys, I'm just not seeing this kind of Team of the Year where Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be that price. And I think what's really important to see with that Ronaldo comparison, and I think this is really the main point that I'm trying to make to you guys. If you take a look at Ronaldo's gold card, this is what's really important to see. Yes, he had more links and all last year, and he was way more meta. He was 2.3 million going into Team of the Year. Okay, so if you want to give me a relative thing and say, well, Messi's the Ronaldo this year, this guy is in everybody's team, man, and he's 900K. You know, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, but he's 900K, so he's almost a third of the price. He's about I mean, he's less than, he is a lot less than Ronaldo's last year. Card last year. So I think you have to look at things like this. I mean, especially on Xbox, you have to look at stuff like this, though, man, in terms of like price comparisons. The only play, I mean, I think that obviously if Ronaldo gets in and Messi and these guys get in, obviously none of these Team of the Years are going to be cheap. What I'm trying to kind of get to is that, in my opinion, they are going to be cheaper than last year's Team of the Year. It wouldn't make sense to me any other way that they wouldn't be cheaper. So I think you guys got to look at it, man, and don't look at it just with a grain of salt. I mean, I think I'm really going to be accurate there. The only guys I think are going to be super, super expensive, I think Messi will be really expensive because he'll have the Ballon d'Or dynamic probably, and I think Van Dijk will be really expensive because I think there's a shout that EA just go ahead and make Van Dijk's card just absolutely insane. Is kind of what I'm slightly leaning towards in terms of Van Dijk's card and how that could look. I want to take a look with you guys at some of these cards in the market just to kind of emphasize and show you the drop-off right now with some of these cards, man, because it is nuts out here. So this Mane has been 600K. People paid 630K just to give you guys perspective at rewards day for this card. And you're looking on the market at the moment, and the striker card is already really low, but I wanted to see if the left mid is on the market. So 540 for the left mid just sitting on the market. Just kind of shows me my point of how low this really is. 540. I mean, it's low, man. And, you know, 531, right? This card, guys, again, was 630. 630K, boys. So, to be at this price right now, it's really low. In my opinion, the way to navigate this market, if you can learn how to trade baby icons right now, the opportunity to flip those cards should be fantastic. In my opinion, that would be really good. What I'll do right now is I'll kind of walk you guys through potentially like how maybe I would trade in this market because it is crazy. But when you have a sell-off going on, it makes for a fantastic opportunity to trade. So let's take a look at this Raheem Sterling. 163K at the moment. He was selling at 179 yesterday. If you look at the hourly, he was 172 today. So you know, looking at that pretty much you'd be trying to pay under 160 for this card. The tax there is about 7.5K. So you'd be looking for anything with this Raheem Sterling, probably, again, under that 160 mark. So let's see what we have as an option, if we have any options. We're going to actually have to filter him because Sterling has so many specials. Let's look at left wing, none on the market, and let's look at left mid. Okay, left mid has one on the market, so he's 164, and this would be a perfect example of something that I would like to flip. So we'll put a bid on there at 156, and we're going to watch that. Why would that be good, right? He's 165. You'd be hoping for that little bounce back in price. While we have that bid, we're just going to list these up. What I always tell people with trading and with investing and everything, always list your cards, guys. Never, even if you have cards that are not up yet or you're looking at flipping cards, just keep your cards listed, man. You never know when somebody is going to stumble upon your card and buy your card, right? You never know. I say this time and time again, your card doesn't have to be the cheapest of the market to sell. You guys all know that, right? It's not a thing that Your card never has to be the cheapest card in the market to actually sell. So based on my knowledge of Sterling's price and the price we just looked at, for me, I won't pay over 160 for Sterling because I think that's not a good price. He's 165 at the moment. If I sold him there, I'd be basically breaking even. But I'm going to kind of wait for that trend back for him to 170. And I'm also not going to list as the cheapest. You guys got to understand, a big part of flipping and investing and trading, you're never listing your cards for the cheapest when you want to sell them. You list them for the third or the fourth or the fifth cheapest because you have many things going on. You have lazy buyers. Guys, I also want to explain to you, these menus are so messed up this year that people can't even find all the cards. What I mean by that is usually once you scroll a few pages, EA will like lock the player price thing. You can only scroll so many pages. And so many people are asking me, Nick, why are lazy buyers so crazy this year? And the reason for that, guys, people can't scroll the full way this year. It's absurd, but it's true. People can't actually see every card in the market. So a lot of the times it's happening where people are resorting to having to lazy buy cards. And that's absurd, but it's true. So let's keep looking through some of these. I just passed up a Van Dijk, guys, an hour ago at 620 for the nominee, and I really should have bought it, I think. But let's see. Is this still on the market? Because there was a nominee Van Dijk at 620, and it expired for the hour. I didn't buy it because I really didn't like I didn't really like it, but in hindsight, it was probably a really, really good deal. Okay, that is really low for Hazard, 310. So he was 357 yesterday, 321 on the hourly, 340 rebound earlier today. So let's go on the market. In this kind of market, you guys are going to have to get insane deals. That's kind of my advice. You're going to have to just get huge undercuts to be successful in this market because you don't know how strong the rebound is going to be because people are just continuously panicking. So let's get onto the market. Let's take a look at Eden Hazard. Let's see if there's any available. It looks like there's none available under 315, so that would have been a really good price. We're going to pass on that, and we're going to go back to going to work. And this is kind of how I go to work in this kind of market, guys. In my opinion, though, I love cards that are like I love when these live cards are down. These are really good to trade because these cards always rebound because people just kind of want them. So those are really good to trade. Okay, that's really low for Raja Nainggolan. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll go to the first row to the final team. Conte at 800K. Son is also at 1.3. Okay, Mar is at 168. We've got a lot to work with here. We've got a lot to work with on this page. So let's go take a look at some of these guys. And look, you're being patient as you guys look at these, right? You're not buying everything you see. You're just being patient, man. So let's see with this Allen. Is there an Allen under 200K? 203K. So why would I be interested in this? You know, I think the only thing that's a little bit of a problem with this is that he does have a team of the week right now, which could be keeping his price down a little bit. But if we look at Allen's price, he was 220 yesterday. Hourly today, he was 210. I'm going to stay away because I don't like it. Let's take a look at Conte right now. Conte's 800K according to Flippin. He was 880 yesterday. And this card rebounds a lot. So this Conte was 880K yesterday. I actually sold it at 920 on Friday night, which means somebody who bought that card right now is taking a gigantic loss on the card. We'll always search for a little bit lower than that buy price just to make sure we don't miss out on anything. Is there going to be one in the 700s is the real question. If there is, I might be interested. 800. So this would be an example of the floor of Conte's price and also why you need to get lower for this card. You guys can see on the market, there are tons of Contes on the market right now listed at 800K, which means he actually is probably going to go a little bit lower because when you have that many cards on the market, usually people will sell that card pretty heavy for another hour or two because there's a lot of people that are still trying to get out of the card, and I hope that makes sense to you guys. Usually when I'm looking to buy cards, I'm only going to buy cards that I feel like could rebound pretty damn quickly because I like the lack of supply or something like that. So that's really low for Son. 1.299, really low. But again, you kind of take the risk with Team of the Year around the corner with buying a card like that. If you take a look at his hourly, 1.405 yesterday, but he's been downtrending, right? He's been going down for days now. Let's take a look at today's hourly. 127, 125. We might have missed the peak of the panic. 125 was really the lowest today. I would say he could rebound to 135 today, but there's no guarantees. When you look on the market, there's a ton at 1.3 not selling. So again, this is going to be another one of those cards we're not going to touch because we don't like it. Too many cards on the market. We're going to stay away. If you guys can kind of understand why that would make sense. Now let's go take a look at some more of these cards. Okay, I'm in trouble. I have Firmino, guys, at 740 on my transfer list right now, and he's at 700K. So the sell-off at the moment is unbelievable, and this is why you got to be really careful when you trade in this market because you shouldn't be like me where you get stuck with cards 3 days later and then you're still trying to sell on your... Okay, that is really low. So let's go on the market. Let's take a look at Griezmann's card. That's very low for Griezmann. Let's hop on. Let's see what we got. So we're going to try to get a Griezmann. Okay, 298, 290. Okay, he's 290 at the moment. Now, there's a lot under 300K. That's not a good sign. He was 329 yesterday, but he was 300 all last week, which actually worries me a little bit because it looks like in the week, Griezmann is consistently really low. So we're going to just kind of chill. We're not going to touch that one. We're going to kind of stay liquid with that. We're not going to touch it. James Rodriguez Scream. I flipped this card a ton. Right, usually 220 to 240. Flippin says he's 211, not on the market. We're going to move on. But you guys, this is exactly how I would do it. And you guys can see how patient I'm being because I know the impact of what's going on right now. I know the level of panic, and I know the types of people in this market. A lot of these people are really scared buyers. That is really low. That is really low for Dries Mertens. We're going to take a look at this. Team of the Week 1 rarity, 167 yesterday, pretty much 150 throughout the day today. Okay, we're going to hop on the market because if we could get low 140s for that, I really like that. Again, all this trading is really, really risky to do, guys. You should never really go crazy with this stuff, but it's a... Is this 140? Okay, whoa. Okay, these two. Here's why this is good, I think. You never know in this market, but I think this is why these are good. Now, you've got a bunch of 145s and 147s, but here's why I like it. These have all only been up for like 10 minutes, which gives me the feeling and the belief that somebody will probably realize those are really low and end up purchasing them. And if we look at the graph, the cheapest Dries Mertens has ever been is 154. So we're getting him at the cheapest that this dude has ever been. 150 on the hourly, 155. So if we can even just get this slight rebound back to 155, we're in business, right? We're making money. So where I'll do, and I never list really low, we'll list at like 157, right? We'll just list there. At that rate, you guys know the tax here. The tax rate there is about 7.5K. So those could potentially be close to 10,000 coins profit a card. And we'll just kind of keep looking. This one I like a lot because this has a hunter, right? Did that get bought? Okay, I like this as well. I'm okay overpaying 2K under like the lowest because that has a hunter. A lot of the time people will pay some extra dough for a card that has hunter. So we'll list those three up. And that was a perfect example of us finding a pretty damn good deal. I like that deal a lot. So we're gonna stick with that. We like that a lot. So we're going to go with that. Now, we've got 1.5 million left. So let's go to FIFA 20 players and let's go take a look at some of these Team of the Year nominees, right? These are cards that are very, very, very in demand, also fluctuate an absolute ton. So let's take a look at some of these. Let's see if there's any that are really low. That's a lot. Okay, Ramos. That's way too low for Ramos. So 150 for Sergio Ramos on the market, and God, I wish I had more coins, but I don't. So let's see if this is on the market. This is actually gonna make my day because this is so low for Ramos at 150. I trade it. Oh, he's gonna be on the market. Okay, I trade this card all the time, and this is absurdly low for Ramos. 155 followed by a 152. Now, why is that so good? We'll buy one. We'll show you if there's more available. If there's more available in a second, we'll buy them. Right? Ramos was 173 yesterday. And on the hourly, he hits 167 to 170. The reason why he's probably going down is because people are panic selling his other card, which is at currently 180, which was 200 yesterday. So we'll take a look at that one as well. Somebody's listed also in overnight at 159, which could, it could impact the rise a little bit there. So let's see. Is there any other 150s on the market? When we saw that 155, was there any other 150s on the market? So that's a 157, and that's a 158. So to be honest, let's just take the 152 and we'll run. I think I'm okay taking that 152. Yeah, and then, we'll take 155. These are 160s with shadows. So we'll take that one, right? We like that. And we don't have many coins at this point in time. So we have to be efficient with our coins, guys. We got to be like thinking about that. We don't have that many coins at the moment. So we're going to be a little bit more careful with how we navigate this. Now, obviously, we saw the top tier Ramos going down a bit. I wanted to check that out because we found that card while we were looking for this card. And let's kind of take a look at that card. Is it the real deal? Is it really low at the moment? How is it looking in terms of on the market? What's the price of it? And as you guys can see, I'm seeing a lot of it. Now, this is taking a little while to get all the way over to that kind of period. But we're going to take a look. So, hopefully, there's going to be... Okay, so 188, 178. Oh, boy, this could be really good. 180... 176 with a shadow. Okay, that is really good. Guys, that is a really good price. The reason why this is a good price, yesterday he was 200K, all right? On the hourly today, he's probably hit 195. we've got a shadow chemistry style on him. And the reason that that is good, shadows cost 25K. So you're always going to have this safety net. If you get a defender with a shadow or an attacker with a hunter, you're going to have this safety net of like 5,000 coins to always work with. So right away, it's going to give an added market value of 5 to 10K. Potentially, if I wanted to lazy sell it, an extra 15. But to be honest, in this market, it's really hard to get lazies. So what we're going to do, we're going to list it at 199 with a shadow. I think it's sellable. Obviously, I'll get back to you guys if it doesn't sell. And we will continue, right? We'll continue on our journey of seeing if we can spend a little bit more in this market, showing you guys a little bit more about how we do it, how the process of this works. We'll keep taking a look here. That's really low for Marco Reus. That's very low for Reus. That David Silva, okay, that Sterling is way too low at 126. Way too low. So we're going to take a look at two cards right now. Okay, we're going to take a look at David Silva and Sterling. And this David Silva is a player that is actually pretty accessible for people with a low budget. I sold him at a 50K on Thursday. So he was 43 yesterday. And if you look on the hourlies, he hits 45, like 43, 44. So if we were able to get like a 37 for David Silva, it's pretty good. Let's take a look at Sterling first. I don't think that Sterling's going to be on the market, but if it is, I'll be wowed. Let's pull up a 143 search for Sterling. He's got a lot of his other card here, this UCL, which is going to make this card really flooded, but we're going to give it a try anyways. We've got a 140 already. What are these going to be? That's a 140. So it's going to be tough to see this card. It's not on the market. I was looking for that card at like 120 to 130. That would have been really, really low. And I'm actually not surprised that it is not on the market, because if that was on the market, it'd probably be a little bit crazy for that to be sitting on the market at that price. So let's go ahead. We'll take a look at David Silva. This is for somebody with a little bit lower of a budget. David Silva, 36. Now, I doubt this is also going to be on the market, right? If this card is 37, that's crazy, because that's really low for him. I watch him a lot. Okay, 40K. So that's a little tight. Yeah, we're going to pass on that, because that one's a little tight, guys. You guys got to understand what that one's a little tight. All right, what do we have here? So Ramos just sold for 159. What we're going to do as well here, we're going to try to get this bid. That's really good. That's got a shadow. There's some added value there. If you guys remember from 1 second ago, we had just purchased the Ramos guys we just purchased them straight up a second ago with an anchor for, I think it was 152. What I'm doing right now is I don't know if I'm going to be able, there's a lot of this card on the market, man. People are really selling cards at the moment. I mean, this is impressive how many are on the market. Wow. So 157 is still available. Hopefully we can get to the 59th minute here by the time our bid comes through, so we can kind of see what the bid is going for. Oh, man. See what I'm saying? See this glitch where it kind of forces you to lazy buy? We couldn't get there. So 151, and then good looks because we bought Loudrip at 370 this morning. So, ooh, is that 430? We're going to add that. I want to see if that sells. Okay, and then Roy Keane didn't sell there. Mane sold there. Allen just sold at 208 on bid. So, this, if we could win this, I doubt we're going to win it. Oh, my God, EA, don't do this to me. But bidding is also something in this market, guys, that you should be very focused on, because nobody's going to be bidding. Nobody's bidding right now in this market. People are way too scared at the moment, guys, to be doing any type of bidding. In my opinion, there's no way that people are going to be out here hitting bids and stuff. So, definitely take a look at that. So, this is going to be a fantastic deal. This is going to be a card that we could probably sell all the way at 175 if we're really patient. Probably 170. So that's really good. I like that a lot. And that's an example of being on bids, right? I mean, there's not much of a better example than that, right? That's just me being on open bids and me taking advantage of it. So we'll list at 169, right? And these are the really nice types of flips. These kind of flips are giving you guys just a nice little cushion in that profit zone of just a nice little flip, right? You're getting like tax 7.5K and your flip in total is 20K. So you're going to make like 10 to 13K off those flips. It's a great range to trade cards in. All right, I'm done for the day. But this would be, guys, I just want to give you guys a little example of how I would be maneuvering these kinds of markets, how to look for things. You know, try your best when you're trading these cards. Look for the added chem styles. Those are huge. If you get an undercut like we got with that Ramos with a shadow, boom, you strike, you hit it, and you're good to go. Thank you guys for watching the video today. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.